Hey, what's up, everyone? So, picture this. You finish a massive group project, you're super proud of it, and then you realize the file is way too big to email. We've all been there, right? Well, today, we're going to build the ultimate digital toolkit for us students. We're going to cover everything from the best ways to share our work to keeping our tech running smoothly, especially when a deadline is staring us right in the face.
I mean, you know that feeling, don't you? You've spent weeks on a presentation, it's packed with videos, high-res images, and the file size is just insane. That little bit of panic starts to set in. How in the world are you going to get this thing to your teacher, or even to your group members, without it totally crashing their inbox?
So yeah, I hit this exact wall last semester, and honestly, it sent me on a bit of a mission. I decided I was going to figure out, once and for all, what the best hardware and software tools are for students like us. So I did a deep dive, and now I'm here to share everything I found. Let's build our digital toolkit together.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about the hardware, the physical stuff, the gear you can actually hold in your hands. This is really the foundation of how we move all our digital work around in the real world. So what exactly are hardware tools? Well, to put it simply, they're all the physical gadgets we use. Think about it. It could be a tiny little flash drive you use to get a project file to your friend's computer, or it could be the giant PA system in the school auditorium. It's all the tangible stuff that connects our digital world to the physical one.
And right at the heart of all this, of course, is our trusty computer or laptop. It's basically our digital Swiss Army knife, right? We use it to write essays, edit videos, and then submit everything through platforms like Google Classroom. It's where all the magic starts, and, where we nervously hit that submit button. Now when it's showtime, when you actually have to present your work to an audience, we've got some seriously powerful tools. The projector, that's what gets our slides up on the big screen for everyone to see. An interactive whiteboard, that takes it up a notch, letting us or the teacher draw and move things around live. And for those huge events, like a school assembly, the PA system makes sure every single voice gets heard.
But what about just getting files from your device to someone else's? Well, there's the classic old-school flash drive, perfect for physically carrying your work over. Our phones and tablets are amazing for quick shares through apps or Bluetooth. And then there's this really cool tech called NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication. It's the same magic that lets you tap your phone to pay for stuff. But you can also use it to instantly share a photo just by tapping two phones together. So cool, right? No more messing around with pairing devices.
All right, so we've got the physical gear covered. Now let's dive into the invisible magic that makes it all actually work, the software.
You can think of software as the brains of the whole operation. These are all the apps and programs running on our hardware that let us write, design, talk to each other, and, most importantly, collaborate on projects from literally anywhere in the world.
And here it is, the solution to that huge file problem we talked about at the beginning, the cloud. Services like Google Drive, Dropbox, and OneDrive let us store all our files online. That means we can get to them from any device, and here's the best part, we can just share a simple link instead of a giant email-crashing attachment. It is an absolute game changer for group projects.
Software isn't just for our files, it's also for how we communicate. So if you're sending an assignment just to your teacher, yeah, email is definitely the way to go. But if the school needs to announce a snow day to every single student, they're probably going to use something like social media. It's really all about picking the right tool for your audience.
And then there's the software that feels like it was built specifically for us students. Video conferencing tools like Zoom and Google Meet make those virtual group project meetings actually possible. Learning management systems like Google Classroom, well, that's pretty much our digital home base for all our assignments. And then you've got cool mobile apps like Nearby Share that let us just zap files to each other, even when there's no Wi-Fi.
So, we've talked about all this amazing hardware and software, but it kind of got me thinking, what's actually going on inside the most important piece of hardware we own, our computer? I realized that to really, truly understand my digital toolkit, I needed to see what makes it all tick.
So I took a little field trip down to our school's ICT lab. My mission was pretty simple. I wanted to pop the hood on one of those computer towers and figure out what all those little bits and pieces inside actually do.
And wow, this is what I found. That big metal box is called the system unit, and inside is where all the action happens. The CPU, that's the computer's brain. It does all the heavy lifting. The RAM is like the computer's short-term memory. It's what lets you have 30 different research tabs open at once without everything crashing. Your hard disk, that's the long-term memory where you save all your projects. And the motherboard is basically the nervous system that connects everything together. It's a whole little city in there.
Of course, we don't usually mess with those internal parts. We use the external stuff. The monitor is our window into that digital world. The keyboard and mouse are like our hands to control it, and our speakers, our headphones, let us hear everything. And it's all held together by a whole web of cables.
My trip to the lab wasn't just about seeing what's inside the box. The best part was I got to talk to our lab technician, who gave me some absolutely amazing advice on how we can keep our digital partners in crime healthy and reliable. You know, our lab tech put it perfectly. He said a well-maintained computer is a reliable partner in your education. And what that really means is if we take care of our tech, it's going to take care of us, especially when that huge deadline is breathing down our necks.
Okay, so here are the pro tips straight from the expert. First, keep your workspace clean. Dust is a computer's worst enemy because it traps heat and can fry the components. Next, get a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply. It's like a bodyguard for your computer during a storm, protecting it from power surges. The no food or drinks rule? That one's pretty obvious, but seriously, one little spill can be game over. Keep your antivirus updated. And finally, always shut down your computer properly. Just yanking the plug is really bad for the system. It's like being shaken awake instead of waking up naturally.
So, let's wrap this all up. We've looked at the hardware, we've looked at the software, and now we know how to actually take care of our most important tools.
And there you have it, a complete digital toolkit. You know the difference between your hardware and software options, and you've got expert advice on how to make sure your tech is always ready to go when you are. Hopefully, no more last-minute tech panics. So, that really just leaves us with one final question. You're fully equipped, you have the tools, and you know how to take care of them. The only limit now is your own imagination. So what are you gonna create next?